Sleeping Dogs tells the story of Wei Shen, a Chinese American who returns to Hong Kong as an undercover police officer to kick some ass and get some revenge.
Call me when he comes around. There's no rush.
This is your last chance to come in clean.
What's he gonna do? Arrest me? Call me a rogue cop?
I don't know what he'll do.
I am doing what needs to be done.
Wei here's the real deal.
Why are the bad ones always so good looking?
Bona fide tried killer from the streets.
Sleeping Dogs is actually a byproduct of what was supposed to be True Crime Hong Kong. Yeah, do you remember those True Crime games? Activision had this game, and it was supposed to be True Crime, and eventually they canceled it. Square Enix came along and bought it and turned it into their own games, and now we have Sleeping Dogs. And what a good idea for them to revive this game, because I love this game. I'm a big fan of open-world crime games, and admittedly this one does a lot of things that we've seen before, but it does them in a way that just makes it new, fresh, and exciting. And I feel like it does a lot of things better than Grand Theft Auto 4, surprisingly. What's definitely the star of the show here and the most unique aspect of the game is definitely Hong Kong. The city is absolutely huge. It's like a freaking labyrinth. There's alleyways everywhere, always little bodegas, people milling about everywhere. The city is huge. It's actually tough and very different to navigate than something like, say, GTA or whatever. And it's really different and it's really a blast. Navigating would be much harder with a really crappy car system, but thankfully, the car system in this game is great. The car physics are great. It's very arcadey, it almost feels like Burnout. United Front Studios, the developers, made Mod Nation Racers, the kart racer, a couple of years ago, so they know what they're doing. It's not the most realistic thing in the world. It's not like Grand Theft Auto 4, but it's fast. The sense of speed is insane. Racing reminds me of Burnout. You can ram cars and knock them off the road. And it's all really, really intense. And things get really crazy when you can climb on top of the car and jump and hijack someone else's car. It's very like an action movie, but it's very well done and very easy to do and fun to watch. One thing I really loved was the motorcycles. There's a lot of motorcycles in this game and an emphasis on it. And thanks to the easy controls, it is a blast to navigate the city at super high speeds, weaving between cars. I pick up this game and I look so impressive when people watch me because I'm cruising and navigating and stuff, and it's great. But let's talk about the meat of the game, the on-foot stuff. Sleeping Dogs has a lot of kung fu fighting action, a lot more than shooting. I'd say about a half to maybe 3/4 of the game is all hand-to-hand combat. And it was safe for them to take that route on their part because the hand-to-hand combat is so great. With a three-dimensional attack system and counters similar to Arkham City, it seems like Arkham City at first, but it really takes it to the next level with added depth. There's a lot more combos, and it's a lot less button mashy and more focused on environmental kills and grapples and all kinds of great stuff. What's great is how you kill people. If you're being like a monster and you're just shoving people's faces into air conditioning vents and throwing people into cars and stabbing people, you get triad points. These points let you upgrade your attacks and combos and stuff like that, and just makes you more of a badass. Now, doing good things during missions, like saving civilians and not causing a bunch of damage and being a lunatic like some other games we know, earn you cop points. And the cop points give you cool abilities like shooting and jumping from car to car and upgraded health and stuff like that. It's a really deep, rewarding system, and it really adds an extra level to the fighting, which I can't get enough of. There's fight clubs in the game, and you can go and just practice your fighting, and I did them all because I love the fighting. There are also sections in the game where you chase someone, or you're on the run from someone, and you're running from alleyway to alleyway, jumping through bodegas, jumping over tables, sliding under things, climbing rooftops, jumping from roof to roof, and they are incredible. They're not as advanced as, say, Assassin's Creed, but they're easy to do and they're fun to watch, and I have a blast every single time. What makes these sections so magical is the detail. The amount of detail in this game and in the city is immense. Tons of people milling about. You know, China has a huge population, and in the game it is very much like it. Graphics are incredible. Walking through Hong Kong at night in a rain-soaked city with the neon lights shining down is unmatched, especially if you play it on PC. The game is very well optimized for PC and takes very good use of quad-core systems, and it looks absolutely great. I have to say, the quality of the detail department is just only beat by Grand Theft Auto 4. I know I keep saying Grand Theft Auto 4, but this game really takes a lot of things and makes them better. One thing, the cell phone. The cell phone is way better to use, way more fun to use, a camera, simple, very simple, and dating. dating in this game, you date a lot of cool women and do fun mini games and stuff like karaoke, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Take pictures, stuff like that. But dating is really cool. It's really fun, and it almost feels like a little story in itself, and it's not monotonous and like it could be. And interestingly enough, Emma Stone does one of the voices of the love interest in the game. So that's cool. She did a good job voice acting. Like I said, there is some shooting in the game. There's not as much, but there is a cover system. It's a little frustrating, but it works. And the shooting is alright. The shooting is passable. It's not broken. It's not bad. It's not Max Payne 3. But what's most important and why I love these games so much is the amount of things it gives you to do. Like I said, the city is huge and there's a ton of stuff to do. You can do criminal activities, you can do cop activities, you can wiretap, you can make arrests, you can do street races, you can search for little hidden packages, you can buy clothes, you can buy things for your house. The list goes on and on and on. And a lot of it is familiar, but it's just so well done in this game and so easily implemented. It's great. The story is actually something really gripping and something I really managed to enjoy. When I went into this game, I really thought Wei Shen looked like a generic Hong Kong action cop, hard-boiled type of guy, and he really isn't. He really surprised me. I found Wei Shen very likable, very cool, well voice acted, and he had a very compelling tale. What I really liked about him is that he reminded me of a superhero. He's a badass, no one can hurt him, he does all these amazing things in the game, yet on the inside, like Spider-Man or Batman, he has these really deep personal issues that he has to work through. I don't want to spoil anything, but Wei Shen's got a lot of problems, and the story really picks up, and the ending wasn't bad. I can't say how much I really like Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs was definitely a surprise. It will take up a ton of your time. I spent about 9 hours beating the story and playing around, and I still got a lot to do in this game. Let me know what you guys think of Sleeping Dogs if you've played it. If you haven't, let me know what your favorite open world game is, like Grand Theft Auto 4, Red Dead Redemption, whatever. Let me know, because there's a lot of them, and that's pretty much it.
You're one of them.